Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to try another test game with a different setup for Dice Baseball. Still learning the rules. I played a few more games. It's fun. I figured out a few things. And we're going to go with just the setup of showing the cards. And you can't see the cards. I don't have the best camera. I've tried 4 different ways now. So I'm just going to roll it this way. And we'll see how it goes. We probably won't get through a whole game. We're going to start playing Game 1 of the 1984 National League Championship Series between the Padres and the Cubs. San Diego is visiting Wrigley Field. San Diego won the National League West with a 92-70 record. Manager was Dick Williams. And the Chicago Cubs won the National League East when there was only 2 divisions. 96-65, and the manager was Jim Fry. All right, so I put a link in, and also I've noticed someone mentioned that when we do chat with Al, the links don't work to the friends, and I checked them out, and they don't. I don't know why, because they are the links. So we'll have to fix that. This link is the link to the Dice Baseball, and you can download this demo if you want. The first test we did, I used the PC to show off the cards, but I want to try it this way. And again, the camera, I've tried the camera setup 4 different ways. I think this, you still can't, no matter what, you can't see the cards, but you're going to have to trust me on what I say. Anyhow, so OG's in the house, the original Grognard. Hope all is well with you and your wife and family. And we will start the gameplay in a moment. All right, so this is game 1, retro, October 2nd, 1984. The starting lineup for the Padres, leading off Alan Wiggins, switch hitter, batting second. Tony Gwynn's playing second, excuse me. Batting second, the right fielder Tony Gwynn, he's a lefty. Steve Garvey, the former Dodger, batting third, playing first base, he's a right-handed batter. Greg Nettles, the former Yankee, playing third, he's a left-handed batter, batting fourth. Terry Kennedy's doing the catching, batting fifth. Kevin McReynolds, batting sixth in center field. Carmelo Martinez, batting seventh in left field. Gary Templeton, batting eighth at shortstop. And Eric Shaw, batting ninth, doing the pitching. For the hometown Chicago Cubs, leading off the center fielder Bob Denier, batting second, the second baseman Ryan Sandberg, batting third, playing left field Sarge, Gary Matthews, batting fourth, the first baseman Leon Durham, batting fifth, the right fielder Keith Moreland, batting sixth, the Penguin Ron Say at third, batting seventh, doing the catching Jody Davis, batting eighth, the former Philadelphia Philly, playing shortstop Larry Boa, batting ninth, towing the rubber for the Chicago Cubs, here in the friendly confines, Rick Sutcliffe. So again, it's a 2-sided dice. The green dice will read first, the red dice second. And there's a control factor, Sutcliffe's control factor 10 through 65. It goes off the pitcher's card, and anything else goes off the batter's card. So here we go to lead things off in the first inning. Alan Wiggins, switch hitter, batting lefty. And that is a 24, so we go off the Sutcliffe card in his left-handed column. And that's a 66. And the 66 is a ground ball. And this will be an out. We roll 1 dice to see where it is. And that's a nubber in front of the plate. And so Wiggins is retired 2-3. As Davis throws him out. So Wiggins 2-3. 1 out, and Tony Gwynn comes up. Gwynn, in 1984, batted .351, 5 homers, 33 stolen bases. Here's the pitch from Sutcliffe to Gwynn. Remember, 10 through 65 goes off the Sutcliffe card, and it is a 50. So again, Sutcliffe in control, lefty. And that is a 99. And that's a deep fly ball. I actually figured out how to do this. It's pretty easy. I was just misreading it. So we go to the deep fly ball chart. 99 deep fly ball. So Gwyn gets a hold of that, and Gwyn's power rating is 47. He has a chance to take it out of the friendly confines. And we'll go to the Wrigley Field chart. So Gwyn's power rating is 47, and he'll need a 10 or under for a home run. If not, it's a deep fly out. And he gets an 80. Oh, I got excited. I read the red dice. So that's a deep fly out for Tony Gwyn. So he gets a hold of one, not known for his power, and he flies out deep to right field. So that's 9. So 2 outs, base is empty. And here comes Steve Garvey, former Dodger, lots of playoff experience. Again, Sutcliffe's control, 10-365. Here's a pitch from Sutcliffe, and that's a 68 that will fall out of his range. So we go to the Garvey card off his right-handed column, and we always check for errors off the batter's card. So that's a 28, and a 28 for Garvey is a single to right field. The right fielder, so that's a single for Garvey. And the right fielder for the Cubbies is Keith Moreland. His defensive rating is a 94, and that's a 57, no error. So it's just a clean single. So 2 outs. Garvey is at first, and here comes the former Yankee, Greg Nettles. He's a left-handed batter. Nettles had 20 home runs in 1984, but only a .228 batting average. 2 outs. Garvey will be off on contact. Here's the pitch from Sutcliffe, and that is a 43. We go off the Sutcliffe card, left-handed batter column, and that's a 49. And a 49 is a strikeout. Side retired. Garvey does single, though. So we go to the bottom of the first. No score here in Wrigley. Hello, Mr. Elite Mike. How you doing? He says Yankees clinched. Yes, they did. I watched the game while I was playing a couple of practice games. Which baseball sim? The dice seem different. This is Dice Baseball. I put the link in the chat and on the page. You use 2 10-sided die. They say white and red, but I only have green and red for 10-sided dice. So I read the green dice first and the red dice second. And I'm sure I'll make plenty of mistakes, but I like this game, and it's very reasonably. This is free. You get the playoff teams from '84, and the seasons are like $4 a piece, and they have a decent amount of them. I've emailed them to see how exactly that works, and I download the PDFs, and I just cut up the paper. The first one I used on the PC, but I want to try it like this, and I can't get the camera. I've tried 4 different ways to get the camera to try to show the cards off, but you really can't. I don't have the cameras that I'm using my PC camera. So, all right. So Denier, Sandberg, and Matthews to face Eric Shao. Shao, 15-9 in '84 with a 3.40 earned run average. Rick Sutcliffe, I forgot to tell you, was 16-1 with a 2.69 earned run average. Here's Bob Denier. Shao's control, 10-356, and that is a 0-5. So we're going to go to the wacky chart. Special chart, they call it. I call it a pain in the ass. 0-5. Let's roll to see what it's going to be. That is a 41. 41 will be a fielding chart result. So again, we roll again. And that's a 16. A 16 is a play for the catcher. And the catcher for the Padres is Terry Kennedy, and his range is 78. And now let's roll. And that's a 77. And a 77 on a fielding range. And that's going to be an infield hit. So all Kennedy can do is pick up the ball, and he eats it. As Bob Denier goes hustling down the line on the little nubber, but just far enough away from the catcher and not close enough to the pitcher. So an infield hit for Denier. That's a single. Let's say infield single. So Bob Denier's on. And Denier's speed is 82. Stealing ability is 89. Kennedy's arm's a -2. And Shao's hold rating is a -7, so Denier's not going anywhere. He'll stay put. For Ryan Sandberg, Sandberg in 84, 314 batting average, 19 homers. Off righties, he batted 300. Here's a pitch from Shao. And, oh my God, a double 0. And again, we're going to go to the special chart, so it's 2 special charts in a row. And that's a 36. Again, it's going to be a fielding range play. So let's see where the ball's at. 40. And that will go to the second baseman. And the second baseman for the Padres is Alan Wiggins. And his defensive range is 84. And this is a 23. A 23 range. 84. And a 23. Out. Fielder makes the diving catch. So Wiggins makes the diving catch, robbing the hit of Ryan Sandberg, and quickly getting back to first is Bob Denier. So a line out to Wiggins. So 1 out. Denier's at first, and here comes Sarge, Gary Matthews. Here's the pitch from Shao, righty-righty matchup. And that is a 15. Green dice first, 1-5-15. We go off the pitcher's card. And that's a 7. Lower the number is usually good for the batter. So a 7, righty-righty matchup. And that's a single to left. When it's off the pitcher's card, you don't check for an error. And Denier, so that's a single. Denier moves to second. That's a single to left. We'll hold him. So first and second, 1 out. And here comes the cleanup hitter, Leon Durham, the first baseman. As ID Gestures in the chat, how are you, my friend? Tomorrow's big day for ID and his channel, as always. He's got his Dungeons and Dragons group. Check that out. I believe that's at 8 p.m. Dog Sidious, Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware, Herb Pilgrim, OG, the original Grognard, and Dylan. So that should be a lot of fun. Check that out. Thank you, ID. I can't get a good camera angle because I don't have the kind of... I'm using my PC camera. So, I know you guys can't see the cards, but I just want to try this. We'll go through a couple innings. I just finished watching a Yankee game. So, listening, actually. And so, first and second, 1 out. Denier's at second. Matthews at first. Here's Leon Durham. Left-handed batter. He batted .279 with 23 homers. Off right-handed pitching, .286. Here's the pitch from Shao. And that is a 27. So it goes off the Shao card. Off the left-handed column. And the green dice first. That's a 95. That's going to be good for Shao. 95. And that will be an out in the air, as pop-ups and flyouts are called flyouts. Because there's actually, when you do the book, there's no real, I mean, we used to say pop-out, P-O, but that's a put-out, I guess. So let's see. We go to the Oh, and then we don't re-roll. That's where I was making the mistake. When you're checking the fly out, you go with the roll that is on here. So that's a 95. Where a ground out and a line out, you re-roll. And I was getting confused when I was playing. I was like, why do they do that? So all we do is we go to the fly out chart. It's a 95. And a 95 goes to the right fielder. And that's an out, and everybody's going to... Denier's not going to tag up with 2 outs. He's in scoring position already. So Durham flies out to right. I believe I actually did that correctly. So Durham flies out to right. 2 outs, 2 on. And it'll be up to Keith Moreland. Moreland, the right fielder. Moreland, oh, upside down card. The Penguins upside down too. Oh my lord, they're all upside down. Let's switch these around. So 2 outs, 2 on for Moreland. Moreland batted .279 with 16 homers. And off right-handed pitching, .269. Hit lefties better. Shao trying to get out of a little bit of trouble here. Here's the pitch from Shao. And that's a 35. Shao is in control. So we go off the Shao card. No error check. Righty-righty matchup. And that is a 82. Again, the higher the dice roll, this inning's over, folks. 82. A righty-righty. And again, that's a fly out. And an 82 just because I want to practice the chart. And a righty and an 82. It's actually a pop out to the catcher. So Moreland pops out to the catcher. Side retired. The Cubbies strand 2. Top of the second. And I'm sure I'm going to get some rules wrong. So if anyone's played this game before, feel free to tell me. Okay. In the chat, Higher Ground Gaming is in the chat. Eric, he says, who's your daddy? It's going to be Yankees Red Sox, folks. Check out that wonderful channel, Higher Ground Gaming. Also check out ID Gesture, the original Grognard. We have Elite Mike in the chat. So hope all is well with everyone. So Sutcliffe will face Kennedy, McReynolds, and Carmelo Martinez. Terry Kennedy batted .240 with 14 home runs. Struggled versus left-handed pitching, but we're not facing a lefty. He batted .262 off righties. Here's the pitch from Sutcliffe. And that is a 13. It goes off the Sutcliffe card. Righty-lefty matchup, so off the left-handed column. And again, the higher the roll, the better for the pitcher. 82, this will be an out. And there's no error check. So that's a line out. As that's a line out. We roll 1 dice for that. And it's a 2. And that's a line out to the second baseman. So Kennedy lines out to Sandberg. 1 down. Here comes Kevin McReynolds. 1 out, no one on. Top of the second. McReynolds batted .278 with 20 home runs. .283 off right-handed pitching. Righty-righty matchup. Sutcliffe picks up the sign. Here's the pitch. And that is a 19. And we go off the Sutcliffe card. And that's a 49. I think that's a strikeout. Righty-righty. 49. Nope, it's a ground ball A, so this is an out. And it's a 2. Right-handed batter. We go to the chart. And the catcher fields it. Davis, and he throws to Durham at first for 2 down. So that goes 2-3. So 2 outs, nobody on for the right fielder, Carmelo Martinez. Martinez batted .250 with 13 home runs, .242 off right-handed pitching. Sutcliffe ready to work. He deals to Carmelo Martinez, and that's a 35 again off the Sutcliffe card. He's in control, and it's a 35. Wow, I rolled 2 35s in a row. And that, my friends, is a righty-righty matchup and a strikeout. Side retire. We go to the bottom of the second. No score here at Wrigley. 2 up for the hometown Cubbies. The Penguin, Ron Say, followed by the catcher Jody Davis and Larry Boa, the former Philadelphia Philly. Bubba Huskies joined us in the chat along with Ken Castro. Eric says, I think there is a variation where you can play with 4 dice for dice baseball. I'm playing, the rules that I have say 2 dice, but there might be another dice baseball game, so. This is the free demo. You get the 484 playoff teams, very reasonable. And the seasons are like $4 for the PDFs. So if I play it and like it, I think I'll get the 27 season, the 67 season. They don't have the 78 season, so I'm gonna get 27, 67, and 86 maybe, or 70, because I got 75 on Strat. All right. So Shao to face the Penguin. Ron Say batted .240 with 25 home runs for the Cubbies, .236 off right-handed pitching. Here's the pitch to the Penguin, Ron Say, and that's a 36. And that will be off Eric Shao. He's in control. And that's an 80. Again, high dice roll, better for the pitcher. And it's a righty-righty matchup. No error check when it's off the pitcher's card. So an 80, and that's a fly out, or it's going to be an out in the air. And the 80, we just go over here. And a righty, that's a pop out to the catcher, another pop out. So he gets jammed. So as the Penguin pops out to the catcher, Terry Kennedy, 1 out. And here's Jody Davis with 1 out and no one on. Davis, .256 with 19 homers, .251 off right-handed pitching. Shao picks up the target from Kennedy. Here's the pitch. That's a 56, and that is Shao just stays in control as it's 10 through 56, so we go off the pitcher card again, and this is a righty-righty matchup. That is a 6-9, so it's a 69, righty-righty, and that's a line out. And that is a line out to the shortstop. So a line out to Larry Boa. I'm sorry, to Gary Templeton. Excuse me, Gary Templeton. Shortstop for the Padres. It's a line out, 2 down. And here comes the number 8 batter, Boa. On deck is Rick Sutcliffe, the pitcher. So here's Boa. He's a switch hitter. Switch hitters have to bat from the opposite side, so he's going to bat lefty. Shao kicks and fires, and that is a 0-3, so we go to the special chart. And most likely it's a fielding range play. And that is an 86. We're not playing with 89, excuse me, 89. And 89 is a fielding range. 15 through 89 is a fielding range. And actually anything else will be fielding range. Except if it's an injury, we're just going to go fielding range. And 90 to 94 is a special results chart. So it's an 89. Let's roll to see who the fielder will be. That's a 29. So it's going to be the first baseman for the Cubbies. And, I'm sorry, for the Padres, that is Steve Garvey. Garvey's range is a 70. Oh, that's not very good. Now we roll the 2 dice, and that's a 50 on a 70 range. And that's a single. Fielder can't make the play, so that's a single. Inning stays alive. So with 2 outs, Boa hits the ball deep in the hole. Garvey makes the dive, but cannot throw out Boa. So that's an infield single. Single. So 2 outs, and here's Rick Sutcliffe. At least that gets Sutcliffe to the plate. And he will not lead off the next inning. Here's the pitch to Sutcliffe, a left-handed batter, even though he throws righty. And that is a 99. So it's going to go off the Sutcliffe card. And a 24 for Sutcliffe. Normally that would be a good roll for a batter. Sutcliffe he batted .250. And 286 off righties. This might be a hit. 24. And it is. It's a single to right. So the right fielder, we got to go error check now, as it's a single to right. The right fielder for the Padres is Tony Gwynn. His error check is 97, and that's a 63, so no error. And station to station, as Boa will stop at second. What's Boa's speed? Boa's speed, we have to minus. Nah, we're gonna hold him. So first and second, so a single for Sutcliffe. First and second, 2 outs, top of the order, Bob Denier. No score. Here in the bottom of the second, here's Bob Denier. He singled his first time up. Off Eric Shaw. Shaw is good for 32 batters. Ron Junket brought this up, and I agree with him the first time I played. I think this could be a typo. Rick Sutcliffe's only good for 20 batters. Now, he has tremendous control, so it doesn't really matter. Well, I just find that astonishing that he was 16-1, and as Ron Junket said in my last stream in the chat, he normally faced approximately 30 batters a game, so I don't know if that's a typo. And I might adjust it, but we'll play with the 20. So 2 outs, and here's Denier. Boa's at second, Sutcliffe at first. Denier with a single, his first time up. And that is a 26. It goes off the Shaw card. Righty-righty matchup. And that's an 88, so that will end the inning, folks. An 88, righty-righty, is an out in the air. 88, wave your hands like you just don't care. It's an out in the air. And righty-righty. And 88 is a pop out to the second baseman. Lots of pop outs in this game. So the Cubbies threaten again, but they don't push a run across. We go to the top of the third. No score here at Wrigley. Due up, Templeton, Shaw in the top of the order, Allen Wiggins to face Rick Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe has faced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batters. So he's good for another 13 before we have to do the old endurance. Gary Templeton, switch hitter. He'll be batting lefty off the right-handed throwing Sutcliffe. Batted 258, 261 off righties with only 2 home runs. Here's the pitch from Sutcliffe to Templeton. And that is a 52. We go off the Sutcliffe card. He's in control. And that's a 16. That's going to be good for Templeton as he's going to fight off the pitch. And he's batting lefty. And that's a 16. And that's a double to center field. No error check because it's off the pitcher's card. So Templeton fights off a tough pitch and gaps it. Nice piece of hitting by Gary Templeton. So he's at second with the double. These boxes are really small. I printed up. This is the score sheet that came with the game, but I think I like another one I found. So Templeton's at second, and that means that Mr. Shaw will be sacrificing. So we get to do a sacrifice bunt. How exciting is that? So Eric Shaw's bunt rating, I crossed off the stolen base and I just left the B there. He's a 75. So we're going to sacrifice. We're going to try to sacrifice Templeton over to third. And we just have to assume the corner, they probably be looking bunt. So let's get to the sacrifice chart. And here it is. So again, Shaw bunt rating. Make sure I have that right. His bunt rating is an 80. Oh, I'm glad I looked at the wrong up here. Yeah, I looked at Sutcliffe's. His bunt rating's an 80, so I wrote it down right. I just looked at Sutcliffe. So for a sacrifice, he basically, it looks like runners advance, runners advance, runners advance. 80, 0 through 59, it's successful. And it's a 43. So the 43, the catcher fields it, and his only play is to first. So advancing to third is Templeton on the sack. And it's 2-3, and advancing to third is Templeton with only 1 out. We go to the top of the order now. Top of the order. Shao does his J-O-B. Top of the order. Take care, Eric. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. Top of the order in Allen Wiggins. Wiggins grounded in front of the plate and was thrown out by the catcher his first time up. Looking to knock in the first run 90 feet away, the speedy Gary Templeton. Here's the pitch to Wiggins. And that is a 7-6, so that's a 76. It'll go off the Wiggins card, so there will be an error check. And that's a 66. So let's see what's going on here. 66. Ground ball C. The run will score on this because the runners advance on a ground ball C, so it's going to be 1-0 Padres. We have to see, no pun intended. It's a ground ball. We roll 1 die. That's an 8. Left-handed batter, 8 to second base. And it's a C. So that goes 4-3, and the run scores. Because a B, you get the lead runner. An A is a double play. A B, you get the lead runner. And a C, you get the guy at first. So 1-0 San Diego on the ground out by Wiggins. It's 4-3, and he has an RBI. Wiggins has an RBI. 2 outs, base is empty. 1-0 San Diego. And here comes Tony Gwynn. Gwynn flew out to right his first time up. Sutcliffe ready to work. He deals to Gwynn, and that is a 94. We go to the Gwynn card. So, it's a 1 and a 3. So that's going to be good for Tony Gwynn. A 1-3. And that's a single to left. So Gwynn keeps the inning alive with 2 outs with a single. And the left fielder for the Cubbies is Sarge Gary Matthews. His error rating is his defense is an 89, and that's a 30, so no error. He fields the ball and throws it in. So Gwynn's at first, 2 outs, 1-0 Padres. On the double, the sacrifice bunt by Shao, and the ground out to second by Wiggins. And here's Steve Garvey. Garvey singled his first time up. Sutcliffe picks up the sign from Kendi. He deals to Garvey, and that is a 55. We go off the Sutcliffe card. And that's a 23. A 23 off the Sutcliffe card. This could be doing more damage. 23, no. Big swing and a miss. Strike 3. Garvey was going for the fences. Had it been a 19 or 20, that was a 2-run homer. But it was a swing and a miss. Padres do get 1. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 San Diego. So Garvey strikes out. And due up for the Cubs, trailing by 1 in the bottom of the third. Sandberg. Oh, I forgot to flip it here. Sandberg, Matthews, and Durham. What time is it? 12:15. All right, we'll play a couple more innings. Hello, John St. Baptiste. How you doing, buddy? Steve Garvey, enough said. Remember to check out John St. Baptiste. Wonderful, wonderful music channel. Step 1, wake up in the middle of the night. Step 2, realize Al is live streaming. Step 3, want him on my D&D Hangouts game. Step 4, slam beer. Step 5, Al, you rock. Step 6, go back to bed. John St. Baptiste, folks. He just dropped the mic. Check him out, John St. Baptiste. If you haven't subscribed to him, I would greatly appreciate it. I cannot describe. It's music. Just go there. He's very knowledgeable about all things music, and it's like a theme. It's very difficult. I've tried to describe it on Chats with Al with the friends. And again, there was an issue with the links when I do Chats with Al. Someone said the links didn't work, and I don't understand, but I checked them today, and they don't work. So I think from now on with Chats with Al, even though I know those links are to the channel, I'm just going to list the channels, and you should be able to find them, because I don't understand why those links. I checked everybody's links, and none of them worked, and they worked when I put them in there. It says channels don't exist, so the names are there, but the links don't work, and I'm not happy with that, so I don't understand why. Alrighty, what the hell was I doing now, besides babbling? Oh, Ryan Sandberg's up, bottom of the third. Here's the pitch from Shao, and that's a 71. We're going to go to the Sandberg card. There will be an error check, and that's an 83. That's not good. That will be an out in the air. So an 83, let's see where that goes as we just go. When it's an out in the air, that's not a line out. It's an 85, excuse me. God. So you just go to the chart. You don't re-roll as you do with ground outs or line outs. And that's what was messing me up the first time I streamed. So an 85, a righty-righty matchup. And that is a pop-out to the third. Shao is really jamming the Cubs batters. So Sandberg, he has popped out. Actually, he lined out to second when Wiggins made that heck of a dive and catch. And now he's popped out to the third baseman. Greg Nettles, a former Yankee. So one out, bottom of the third, no one on. Yeah, it's 2 D10s, John. You are correct, my friend. What's the theme this week? So everyone will check it out. Gary Matthews, the Sarge, comes up, left fielder. Matthews singled his first time up. Here's the pitch to Matthews from Shao, and that's a 42. It's Shao's in control again, 10 through 56 off the pitcher's card, and that is a 60. Righty-righty matchup, 60, and that's an out, and it's a ground ball, C, and that's a 2, so another ball beaten in front of the plate, fielded by Kennedy, who throws to Garvey, 2 down. So Shao is dealing today, folks, as that's 2-3. So 2 outs, base is empty for the first baseman, left-handed power hitting Leon Durham. He had 23 home runs in '84 with a .279 batting average. One swing in the bat can tie the game up here. Shao nods his head. Here's the pitch to Durham, and that's a 68. It's going to go off the Durham card, as it doesn't fall in the range of control for Shao. And that's a 35, and there will be an error check. 35. 35 is a double to center. So Durham with 2 outs will be in scoring position. Let's check the center fielder for the Padres is Kevin McReynolds. His defense is 97, so most likely no error on this, and there is no errors. That's a 7. So a 2-out double by Durham. Tying run at second with 2 outs. He'll be off on contact. And here comes Keith Moreland. He popped out to the catcher his first time up. Moreland. Righty-righty matchup. Shao peeks over his shoulder. Now looks in at the plate. Picks up the sign from Kennedy. Here's the pitch to Moreland. And that's a 3-2. Read the green dice first. So it's a 32. And that's off the Shao card. He's in control. And that's a 27. A 27. And Shao strikes him out. 20 through 40 is a K. Side retired. The 2-out double brings no harm to the Padres. We go to the top of the 4th. Oh, Padres scored one in the top of the 3rd. 1-0 Padres. And we'll play another inning. And so Moreland's out. Let me flip that card. And due up for the Padres, Nettles, Kennedy, and McReynolds to face Rick Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe is good for 20 batters. I don't agree with that. I'm in agreement with Ron Juckett. I believe it's a typo. It should be 30 he should face before he gets tired, but I'm going to play it this way. He's faced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he's still good for 8. Here's the pitch to Greg Nettles. Nettles struck out his first time up. And that's a 63. It'll go off the Nettles card, off his right-handed column. He's a left-handed batter. That's a 43. So a 43. That ball is gone! Greg Nettles, touch 'em all, 38 to 43. Off his card is a home run, and he smacks it out of Wrigley. The Padres take a 2-0 lead to the sounds of silence here at the friendly confines. So a home run. As it's 2-0 as Greg Nettles smashes a Sutcliffe offering into the stands, and the ball's thrown back on the field. So 2-0. Padres, and here comes Terry Kennedy. Nettles gets revenge for the K in a big way. The big boom. So 2-0. Terry Kennedy comes up. He popped out to second. Sutcliffe throws the rosin bag down, back up on the bump, picks up the sign, he deals to Kennedy, and that is an 11 off the Sutcliffe card, and that's a 64. Odds are that's an out. So a 64 righty-lefty matchup is a ground ball B. That doesn't matter. It's an out. So let's see where the... Oh, one die. That's a 7. So a lefty and a 7. Ground ball to first. Fielded by Durham. He throws to Sutcliffe, covering the bag. 1 away. So that goes 3-1. So 1 out. And here comes the center fielder, Kevin McReynolds. And McReynolds nubbed one in front of the plate and was thrown out at first in his first at-bat. Sutcliffe kicks and fires, and that's a 62 out of control. So it goes to the McReynolds card, and that's a 30. And it's a righty-righty matchup, 30, and that's a double to left. So Sutcliffe being hit hard in this inning, that's a double to left. We have to check for the error. Anytime it's a hit or any type of play put into play off the batter's card, you check for an error. So it's to left field. Gary Matthews is the left fielder. His defense is 89, so anything under 89 and under, no error. And that is a 60, so no error, just a clean double. He fields the ball and throws it back in. So 1 out, 2-0 Padres. I forgot to mark the little mark here. As Nettles homered to lead off the inning. And here comes McReynolds is at second. Not the speediest runner, 75. And here comes Carmelo Martinez, the left fielder. And he struck out his first time up, but so did Nettles. And Nettles went deep, but Carmelo Martinez had 13 home runs in 84. Sutcliffe takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest, the windup and the pitch. And that's a 61. Sutcliffe is in control. We go off the Sutcliffe card, and that's a 28. Low rolls are never good for the pitcher. A 28, But this is good. So that's a righty in 28. And guess who just went down swinging again? Carmelo Martinez. He struck out for the second time, so 2 outs. 2 outs. McReynolds is at second. He'll be off on contact. And here's Gary Templeton. He doubled and scored when Shao sacrificed him over, and then Wiggins grounded to second. That was the first Padre run. In the chat, MP Fox, how you doing, my friend? He says, go Padres. Hope all is well, MP. Sutcliffe looking to get out of it, down 2-0. Wants to keep it a 2-run deficit. He deals to Templeton, and that's a 24, so Sutcliffe is in control. Off the Sutcliffe card, 63, and this inning will be over. As that is Templeton's a switch hitter, batting lefty. A 63 is a ground ball B. And that's a ground ball to second, 4-3, inning over. But the Padres get another on the leadoff homer by the former Yankee, Greg Nettles. And I'll remember to mark the score this time. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 2-0 Padres. So Templeton's out. What time is it? 12:26. So due up, and we'll make a check for stamina after this inning for Sutcliffe. So due up to face Eric Shao for the Cubs, now trailing by 2. Ron Say, the Penguin, Jody Davis, and Larry Boa. Say popped out to the catcher his first time up. Here's the pitch from Shao, looking for that 10 through 56, and he gets an 11. Shao's in control, righty-righty matchup, and that is a 56, and that's going to be an out, folks. Righty-righty. That's a ground ball B. Again, that doesn't matter. And that's a 9, so a ground ball 9, righty-righty, second base. So 4-3, Say is out. As Wiggins throws to Garvey. Four to 3. Now bring up Jody Davis. He lined out to the shortstop. Here's the pitch. Let's move Say's card out of there. Here's the pitch to Davis. And Shao deals a 71. So he misses his spot. We're going to go off the Davis card. And that's a 50. And it's a righty-righty matchup. And that's a 50. And that's a strikeout. So, seeing it's a strikeout, there's no error check, even though it's off the batter's card. So, 2 down. Shao gets a strikeout. So, 2 outs, base is empty for Larry Boa. He singled his first time up. Former Philadelphia Philly. Switch hitter batting lefty. Shao picks up the sign. Here's the pitch to Boa. And that is a 17. Shao hits his spot. And that's a 2. So, Boa on the 2, lefty, righty, and that's a walk. So Larry Boa's on base for a second time. Good at bat. They pitch pretty carefully to Boa with Rich Sutcliffe on deck. So that's a walk. Boa's at first, 2 outs. And Sutcliffe singled his first time up off Shao. He batted .286 off right-handed pitching. He's down 2. Can he help his own cause? Here's the pitch to Sutcliffe. That's a 32. It goes off the Shao card. Righty-righty matchup, and that's a 65. Inning will be over. 65, and that is a line out. And it's off the pitcher's card, so no error check. And let's just see who Sutcliffe lined out to. He lines it right back at his counterpart, and Shao makes the face-saving catch. Side is retired, so Sutcliffe's hit the ball quite hard. As he hits it right back to his counterpart, Shao. Top of the 5th, still 2-0 Padres. As MP Fox says he's doing well, hopes everyone's doing well. I'm doing good, thank you. All right, let's flip this over. Shao will lead it off for the Padres. In the top of the order, Wiggins and Gwynn. So how many batters, as we go to the top of the 5th, how many batters has Sutcliffe faced? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So he can go 2 batters. We just marked that. He can go 2 batters, and then since he's given up the hits and stuff, he's going to start, his control factor goes down by 5, which is kind of harsh, but that's the rules. If he had not given up a hit or a run, it only goes down by 1 or 3, I can't remember, but it's 5 since he's, and I'll double check before we get there. So he definitely will hit his point of weakness. Here's Shao to face his counterpart. He'd like to line one right back up the middle. Here's the pitch to Shao, and that's a 75, so Sutcliffe and the red die jumped the shark. And now we have to find the red die. As we go into red die delay, and there it is. I found you, you little bastard. So Yankees, Red Sox on Friday. All right. Here's the pitch to oh, nuts. I don't remember if I rolled for control. I don't think I did. I think the dice jumped. Here's the pitch to Shao, and it's a 58. So Sutcliffe is in control, and that is a 0-4 righty-righty matchup. And Shao gets some sort of revenge as he walks. So Sutcliffe, out of sorts here, he walks the number 9 batter, his counterpart, Eric Win plays Shao. So that's a walk. You don't want to do that. And now he's only good for 1 more batter. And then we'll read the stamina rules. Alan Shaw jumps in the chat. How you doing, my friend? The score is 2-0 Padres, Alan. The Padres scored in the top of the 3rd when Templeton doubled, was sacrificed over by Shao to 3rd, and Wiggins grounded to 2nd. The run scored. And then in the top of the 4th, leading off, Greg Nettles, who struck out his first time up against Sutcliffe, homered. So it's 2-0 Padres. Hope all is well, Alan, across the pond. So Shao's at first, and I have to tell you, when you just put these on regular paper, you gotta be, it's not horrible, but they're not, you know, it's regular paper, but I'm not spending a lot of money on this, and it was free. And like I said, I'm enjoying the game. I have emailed them. I want to know exactly if I pay the game. The seasons are really cheap. They're $4. And again, you can mod the game any way you want. So if you don't agree, like I agree with Ron Juckett, I don't think Sutcliffe should be a 20. I think it should be a 30 batter's face, to be honest with you. And I can change that if I want. You can do anything you want to your games, you know. So, all right, Shao's at first. Here's Wiggins. Wiggins is 0 for 2 with a ribby, though. Switch hitter, batting lefty. This will be the last batter before Sutcliffe goes, and we have to check his stamina. And this is a 96, so he does not hit his spot. We go off the Wiggins card, right-handed pitcher column. And that's a 4, and that should be pretty good. And that's a walk, so Sutcliffe back-to-back walks as he is struggling now. So Wiggins at first, Shao moves to second. And now he has faced his 20 batters. Let's just count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, he hasn't faced his 20. Let's count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So he gets 1 more. So first and second, no outs. And here comes Tony Gwynn. He has flown out to right. Actually, it was a line out to right, and he singled. First and second for Gwynn. Gwynn batted .371 off righties. Sutcliffe definitely doesn't want to go on his card. And it's a 92 against Sutcliffe. Struggling here. We'll go off the Gwynn card. And that's a 97. So that's another deep. That's right. He flew out deep. This is going to be another ballpark check, 97. And that's a deep fly ball to left. So Gwynn is power. So it's the second time we get to do this. That's kind of cool. Gwynn's power off of his card is a 47. So we go to the ballpark chart. So a 47, I should remember this because we had to do it earlier. In Wrigley Field, a 47 0 through 10 is a homer. And it's a 46, so that's a deep fly out. Shaw's at second. Deep fly out. Now I have to look. So Gwynn's out. Another deep fly out to left. That's a deep fly out. Runner's advance chart. Base hit on an out. Need to find it on the out. Advancing on base hits. Oh, it's over here. There we go. All right, deep fly out. Second and third. First and second, I'm sorry. First and second. Man on second. First and second, deep fly out. To left field. Runners hold. So runners hold on the deep fly out to left field. All right, that was kind of interesting. So 1 out, 2 on. For Steve Garvey has singled and struck out. As Alan Shaw across the pond says, all is good, woke up early, so a bit of baseball to get me focused for the day. Ken Castro saying hello to Alan. Here's the pitch to Garvey. Oh, wait. It's a 27. It's a 27. So no matter what, Sutcliffe is still in control because I think we go down 5. So it's a 27. It's off the Sutcliffe card. And it's a 21. Oh, man, is he struggling even off his card. A 21. Oh, boy. Righty-righty matchup. 21. Another big swing and a miss. Had it been 19 or 20, it was a 3-run homer. But he strikes out again, so there's 2 outs. 2-0 Padres. And now he has faced 21 batters, I'm pretty sure. So let's go to let's count it out again. We were on 19 here, 20, 21. So let's check out the rules for stamina. And pitcher stamina. For the next batter he faces, subtract 5 from his control rating. Every hitter after, you also lose 5 from his control rating. That's harsh. All right, so let's count it out to see how much he goes down. He would have been in control anyway with that roll. So he strikes out Garvey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20, stamina rating 20. After he faces his 28th batter, he is now tired. After. Okay, so the strikeout to Garvey, he now goes from 10 to 65 to 10 to 60. So now he is 10 to 55 because of the stamina. So I don't know where to mark that. Let's do it above it. So now that's 55 because we didn't mark it for Garvey, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But now it's 5 for Garvey and 5 for Nettles, who homered off him. So 2 outs, 2 on. And his control is now 10 through 55. And here's the pitch to Nettles. And that's an 86, so it's off of Nettles' card. And that's a 89, so this will be an out. This will be an out, but we have to check to see if there's a possible error. And off the lefty, that is an 89. It's not a deep fly ball, though. It's just an out in the air. And we have to see the 89. We don't, when it's in the air and an out, and it's not a line out, you just look at the 89. You go to your out chart, and 89 is a pop out to third, but now we have to roll for the third baseman. The third baseman for the Cubs is the Penguin Ron Cey. So Ron Cey's defense is a 92, and that's a 41, so he makes the catch on the pop out. And that's out number 3. So Sutcliffe, even though he's tiring, gets out of the jam, and it stays 2-0. And so 150 is 55. His next, he'll be at 50. So I'm just actually going to cross that out. I'm going to put 50. So he's now 10 through 50. Through 50. So we'll play the bottom of the 5th and we'll call it a stream, I guess. What time is it? 12:42. Actually not making bad time, but let's play another inning, another half inning. All right, so Nettles is out. 2-0 Padres, due up 4. The Cubs top of the order. Denier, Sandberg, and Matthews down 2-0 here at Wrigley. In actuality, they won this game, I think, 13-1. I have all the players who played in the game, so the next pitcher we will bring in, again, the Cubs won 13-1, so they went with Warren Brewstar, and he'll come in next, just for ha-has. We'll keep it to who they used. But we don't have to take Sutcliffe out yet. He's at 10 through 50 for control. Might be able to sneak him through a couple of batters. All right, Shao deals to Denier. He is 1 for 2. He singled in the first, popped out in the second. And that is a 16, and it goes off the Shao card. He's in control, and that is a 94, so that is an out, folks. That is an out. 94 righty-righty matchup, and a 94 is an out in the air. So you wave your hands just like you don't care. That's a fly ball to center. 1 down. So Denier flies out to start off the bottom of the 5th. And here comes Ryan Sandberg. Sandberg is 0 for 2. Line out to second. Wiggins made a heck of a diving catch, and he popped out to third. Here's the pitch from Shao to Sandberg. 44. Shao's in control off the pitcher card. Righty-righty. And that's a 68. And I think that's good for Shao. So a 68 off the Shao card. Righty-righty. 68. And Sandberg again hits it hard. It's going to be a line out. And right back at the pitcher. So Shao, once again, self-defense, protecting his face. Second time someone's hit the ball right back at him. So 2 down. Base is empty. And here comes Sarge, Gary Matthews. And he is 1 for 2. He singled in the first, then nubbed one in front of the catcher. And Kennedy threw him out. So 2 outs, base is empty. Righty-righty matchup. The windup and the pitch to Sarge, Gary Matthews. And that's a 35. Shao's in control. We go off the pitcher's card. And that's an 81. This inning's over, folks. 81. And that ball's hit in the air. So you wave your hands, as I say, like you don't care. Now, righty-righty, that's a pop out to short. Shao continues to baffle the Cubs batters, unlike in real life when he was shelled. That's at 6. We go to the top of the 6th. 2-0. Let's play another inning. Oh, Alan Shaw says, played my first game of Inside Blitz in my hotel room yesterday. What a great game. 2011 Packers beat the Saints 28-24 with a 93-yard pass from the own 3 when Rodgers scrambles for the touchdown with 50 seconds left in the game. That's awesome. Awesome. Good stuff. All right. So Sutcliffe is now 10 through 50, and he'll face Kennedy, McReynolds, and Martinez. Terry Kennedy's 0 for 2. He's popped out to second and grounded to first. Here's the pitch from Sutcliffe to Kennedy, and that's a 69. He wouldn't have been in control anyway, even if he was at full stamina. So we go off the Kennedy card. He's a left-handed batter, so we look at the right-handed pitching column off his card, and that's a 42. And a 42 is a strikeout. So Sutcliffe, even though he has struggled, gets another strikeout. And now it's 1 through 45. 10 through 45, excuse me. So 1 out. I'll try to get Sutcliffe through 6. And here's McReynolds. Kevin McReynolds is 1 for 2. Nubbed one in front of the catcher and then doubled. Here's the pitch to McReynolds, and that is a 94. Again, wouldn't have mattered. It goes off the McReynolds card. Righty-righty matchup, 73. That will be an out. 73, but we have to check for the error. 73, righty-righty is a hard hit line out. Let's see what that's 2. When it's a line out, we roll 1 10-sided die. That's a 3, and that's a line out. Possibly to Durham at first. We have to go through an error check now. We know it's Durham. And the first baseman for the Cubbies, Durham's defensive rating is a 97. And that's a 26. So he makes the leaping catch on the line drive. Nice play by Durham. So 2 outs. And now it goes down to 10 through 40. And we're going to keep Sutcliffe in and get him through. There's 2 outs. Let's see if we can nurse him through the 6th inning. Here's the pitch to Carmelo Martinez. And Martinez has struck out twice. Sutcliffe looking for the hat trick. And that is a 62. Now that's where the stamina affects him. That would have been off his card, but now he's at 10 through 40. So righty-righty off the Carmelo Martinez card. And that's a 24. And a 24 righty-righty is a single to center. That's a single to center. Keeps the inning alive. And now it's center. And the Cubs center fielder is Bob Denier. His defensive rating is a 96, so odds are there's no error, and he's just going to field the ball and throw it in. And that's an 87. Woo, it was close. So 2 outs. Martinez is at first, not the speediest runner. And here comes Gary Templeton. Now it goes to 10 through 35. We're going to intentionally walk Templeton to face. Oh boy, if we do that though, before we do that, let's see how many batters Shaw's faced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. He's still good for 9 batters. But if we walk, they might. Martinez singles. That's it for Sutcliffe. We're going to bring in who they went to, Warren Brewstar, and he's 10 through 60. ERA 3.11. So Sutcliffe's day is done. He goes 5 2/3. 5 2/3. And his last batter was Carmelo Martinez. So here comes Warren Brewstar. Let me just write him in real quick. there'll be no double switch. So we might have to go to a different... they only use 2 pitchers in this game, so we might have to pick somebody after. Brewster. And he's a righty. And his hold factor is -4. And his stamina is 5 batters. This is another thing I don't like. They have an RP, he's a relief pitcher. Okay? And it says 41. That does not mean 41 batters. What I did was take 41 divided by 9, and it's 4 point something. So I give him, I'm going to say 5 batters. That's the way I'm doing it, because that's something I really don't understand. You think it would just have the number of batters he can face, but I think it's, you take that and you divide it by 9. Makes no sense. 41 for a relief pitcher, but yet Sutcliffe only faces 20. All right, 2 outs, runner at first. Brewster is done with his warm-up tosses. 3.11 earned run average. He was 1-1 with 3 saves in '84. And he'll face Templeton. Templeton is 1 for 2. He's doubled and scored a run. Also is grounded out to second. Martinez at first. Brewster's control 10 through 60. Here's the pitch to Brewster. From Brewster. That's a 30, so he's in control. It'll go off his card. Righty-lefty matchup. So it goes off the left-handed hitter card because Templeton's a switch hitter batting lefty. And that's a 43. And a 43 is an out and no error check. It's a ground ball A. And let's just go. And that's a 2. So it's out in front of the plate. Picked up by Davis. He throws to Durham. Side is retired. Brewster does his JOB. 2-3. Going to the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 Padres. Due up for the Cubbies. Durham, Moreland, and Say. Durham is 1 for 2 with a double. Shao, still good for another 9 batters. Here's the pitch to Durham, and that is a 0. That's a 3-0, excuse me, green die first. And so it's off the Shao card, left-handed column, and that's a 56. Let's see what that's going to be. That's going to be an out, folks. 56. Ground ball C, that doesn't matter. Let's just roll the dice. And that's a 1, so it's hit right back at the pitcher. And Shao throws to first. 1-3 goes Leon Durham. Shao continues to deal. 1 out. And here's Keith Moreland for the Cubs, the right fielder. Moreland is 0 for 2. He's popped out to the catcher and struck out. Shao works quickly to Moreland. And that is an 88. That's not making Shao feel great. We go to the Moreland card. Righty-righty matchup. And that's a 47. And a 47 off a Moreland card is a K. So Shao strikes out Moreland. And Moreland's 1 K away from the hat trick. The hat trick you don't want. So 2 outs. Base is empty. And here comes the Penguin. Ron Say he is 0 for 2. Can the Penguin pop one out and pull the Cubbies to within 1? Righty-righty matchup. Shao picks up the sign. From the plate, he deals to Say. And that is an 18. We go to the Shao card, the pitcher card, and that is an 8. And that's not good for the pitcher. 0 through 8. That's a 0-8. So it's an 8. And a 7 and a 9 is a single. It's a single to left. So Say singles with 2 outs. Picks up his first hit. Tying run comes to the plate. And Jody Davis, the catcher. Now, Jody Davis had 19 home runs, and he batted .251 off right-handed pitching. I think we're going to stick with Davis. Lake did come in to pinch hit. Let's see if he hits. No, he's awful against righties. Yeah, let's see who else we have. Or Lake did come in to catch, excuse me. Woods came in the game to pinch hit, 179. That stinks. Henry Cotto, 276. No home runs, though. And Tom Verizor came in to play defense because he couldn't hit his way out of the paper bag. So if we go to a pinch hitter, it would be Cotto, but he has no home runs, just a better batting average. So we're going to stick with Davis and hope he jacks one out. So 2 outs, tying run at the plate. Ron Say takes a slight lead. Jody Davis, the catcher, ready to grip and rip. Shao, let's quickly do a check on his bat and his stamina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. He's good for 30 batters, so he still has 6 more in him. Make sure I'm reading. Oh, no, he's good for 8 more batters. His stamina's 32. What the heck am I at? It's 32. I'm my faux pas. Here's the pitch to Jody Davis. And that is a 90. So that is off the Davis card now. So Shao misses his spot. And that's a 28. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That should be good for the Cubbies. A 28 righty-righty matchup. And that's a single to right. And Say will stop at second. So station to station. Move the Cubbies as the Penguin nests at second. And Davis is now 1 for 3. Tying run at first. Go ahead run at the plate and Larry Boa. On deck is the pitcher Brewstar. And he will not hit if he comes up. Boa, 1 for 1. He is singled and walk. Moment of truth here for Shao. And again, we might have to play this a little different because they were getting killed. So they went to Booker and Harris. Well, Harris first, then Booker. But we might play this differently because we're winning. Or I'm playing as both teams. They're winning. I don't think they would go. Well, Greg Harris, to be honest with you, 2.70 earned run average, 2-1 with 1 save. That's not bad actually. We might stick with that. Boa, 193 versus right-handed pitching. So, and Harris is a righty. We definitely don't want to come with a lefty. Boa hit 287 off lefty. So Shao is going to stay in there. He convinces Dick Williams to stay in the game. 2 outs, 2 on. Moment of truth for the Cubbies. Here's the pitch to Boa. And that is a 0-3. So we're going to go to the most likely defensive range chart. It's going to be. So 0-3. We go to the special chart. And there goes the red die jumping the shark again. But I see that. I see that bastard. Come here, you little bastard. Trying to escape. No, not going to bed yet, Mr. Red Die. There we go. And that is a 22. So a 22 is a fielding range. And now let's see who the fielder will be. And that's a 31. A 31 is a second baseman. So the second baseman is Alan Wiggins for the Padres. And he has a range of 84. So let's roll the dice again. And that is a 28. This is going to be out number 3. 84. And that's a 28. And it's an out. So Wiggins fields it. And again, it's a line drive. So again, that's a huge catch. As Wiggins robs a Cub of another hit. Another diving catch by Wiggins. Side is retired. That most likely could have knocked in a run with 2 outs. Runners were off on contact. So Wiggins does it again. He did it to Sandberg in the first, and now Boa in the bottom of the 6th. Cubs strand 2. Go to the top of the 7th. 2-0. Padres. What time is it? 1 a.m. We shall call it a stream. I think it's a fun game, and we'll finish it up tomorrow real quick. Or I'll finish it up offline and just, if someone wants to know, I'll tell you. So I'm trying to play a little quicker. I don't play quickly through anything. So Boa lines out. The Cubs had a chance with 2 outs, 2 on. And the pitcher's coming up next. So we're going to have to play this a little different than they actually did. The Padres, when we come back to the game tomorrow, Shaw will be leading off because Templeton made the last out. So, all right. Thank you to Alan Shaw in the chat. Ken Castro, MP Fox, John St. Baptiste. Check out that wonderful channel, All Things Music. You just check it out, John St. Baptiste. Higher Ground Gaming with Eric, another wonderful retro sports channel. Bubba Husky. Thank you, Elite Mike. Thank you very much. Oh, Elite Mike asks, I don't know if he's still there, is it hard to learn Dice Baseball? No, it's not. If you want to try it, just download the free demo. I put the link in, it's free. And you get these 4 teams, the playoff teams from 1984, Padres, Cubs, Tigers, and Royals. And I'm going to pick up another season or 2. Once I want to know exactly what I pay, do I get to download it right away, or do I have to wait and they email me the file? If they email me the file, I don't think I'm going to buy anymore. If I can download it right away, I will pick up the $4 a season. And again, if I'm not happy with some ratings, I can mod them. I can change it to what I think it should be. Thank you to ID Gesture. Check out, I'll be there tomorrow, Dungeons and Dragons on his channel. That's a lot of fun to watch. Bubba Husky, I think. OG, the original Grognard military strategy channel. He'll also be on with ID Gesture in their Dungeons and Dragons group. So it's ID Gesture as the Dungeon Master, OG, original Grognard, Dog Sidious, Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware, Herb Pilgrim, and Dylan are the adventurers. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. I like this game. I'm trying to learn to play it quicker, but I still want to enjoy the chat and stuff. And I find that when I play offline, I'm not learning as much. And when I play online, I concentrate a little better. So I appreciate your patience. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Health and happiness. Till next time, watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Big series coming up. Yankees, Red Sox on Friday for real. That should be one heck of a... I have a bad feeling about that because I'm a Red Sox fan and the Yankees might get their revenge on us. So anyway, watch out for the curveball in the dirt. As I stated, health and happiness. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless. You know what's coming, folks. Peace.